Hello and welcome to today's session of playing Willow Guard. That is a game that I just noticed today actually and thought, well, that looks pretty nice. I like the art style, so I wanted to give it a try, and there is a demo. So, oh yeah, the game has not been released, but let's see how the demo goes and then you can see for yourself. 10 generations ago, nearly all the gods abandoned Thyrsa and the animals they had uplifted. Promising to return, they left the animals in the stewardship of two gods who stayed behind. One was the Willow Guard, who gave up their name and their body to inhabit the willows that give the animals their soul. The other was Louksna, the goddess of the moon, the betrayer, the mother of monsters. Her cult destroyed the great civilization of the gods from the inside, and now only a few bastions of light remain, clustered around the surviving something. The Willow Gods want to protect the Willow Guard and the willow trees against Louksna and her monsters. Also, the story goes, little Willow Guard cup, but if you let me, I'll tell you the true story behind. Instead, okay. Let's see, I'm always bad at reading on a time frame, so you are on your way towards the village of Woikos, an isolated community that borders the northern hinterlands. I see. And now, shall we click? Yes. You've heard worrying reports of monster attacks that are uncommonly coordinated and brutal. The description of the monsters themselves are also unfamiliar. As you travel down the well-worn road towards the village, you suddenly feel the fur on your arms stand on edge. You sniff the air, the telltale stench of monsters. So we are Ghweros, not just monsters, blood. You draw your sword and consider your next step. There should be a guard post just up ahead. They may have been attacked. I like the little leaves flying around and the wind gushing. It's nice. If there is a guard post, you should probably start by checking in on them. They could be in trouble. Okay, scout the guard post. Combat tutorial recommended. Oh, nice. Let's do that. Oh, it's a pixel art game. I didn't know that. I just watched the video on my phone and it never occurred to me that this would be pixel art. Already, I like the shadows. Look at that. That's pretty nice. Oop. Okay, we can dodge roll. Is that? Yeah, always in the direction of the mouse. That's great. Melee attack. Can do that. Ooh, that looks promising. F. Read note. These scattered notes seem to detail the training schedule and rotations of a small guard post. At the bottom of one of the lists, a small notation catches your eye. I don't know how, but the gate crystal seems to be able to tell when monsters are near. During the last attack, it started glowing and then straight up closed the gate. They say you can smash it to get the shimmer inside when it's glowing, but you gotta give it a real wallop. The note is only signed with a scrawled letter N. Okay. Oh, that doesn't look good. Okay, we can do that. That's... Did we break it? I think so. Wonderful. We can't take anything here. Nope. That's alright. I'm just going to lean back and relax a bit. Combo. Nice. Easy combo. I'm quite huge compared to the environment, aren't I? Let's go north. I think the sound is way too silent. 1 second, please. guess the music was so loud, that's why I... it's still quite silent. Maybe I should... I have a Steam Deck. Maybe I should use that to control the game's audio. Oh, now it's loud again. Okay, so I'll set the audio music a bit more. Oops, silent. Apply and close. Oh, now it's gone. Okay. Okay. So, we can't go over there? I don't know what that is, actually. Oh, that looks a bit buggy. That doesn't look good. Look at that. That should be on top of us. Oh. Okay. You just filled your stamina bar. Stamina is used to draw powerful ability cards from your deck. You gain stamina from killing enemies. Larger animals give more stamina. Destroying destructible objects such as barrel and crates, fountains and stamina orbs. I see. Oh, we can draw an ability card. This view lets you select one of two cards from your deck or use your action surge once unlocked. What is stamina? I think we clear that. Stamina full, draw an ability card. Lesser stone skin rune. Increase armor by 10 and slowly regenerates armor up to 10 points. Grants immunity to bleed damage. Throwing knife. Quickly throws a knife that does 10 physical damage and causing stagger. Press and hold to select. Got it. Destroy to spawn healing runes. Do we need healing runes? No, read note. These notes seem to be an inventory of supplies kept at a local guard post. Some of it you think might make for useful alchemical regents. At the bottom is a little scrawled note. Louksna teeth. Every third one of these damnable healing plants is a dud, maybe more, but Captain says we need at least 3 more healing pots by tomorrow. Luckily, Itis blessings grow thick around here. The note is only signed with a scrawled letter N. Got it. Now this was what the description was for. I see. So we can't destroy that? No, we can. And we get more stamina for it. So our biggest enemy here are objects, I guess. Look at your map if you wonder where to go next. Each room has connectors north, south, east, or west, and will also tell you what kind of room it is. Room types include point of interest, obelisk room, objective room, boss room, treasure room, and enemy room. Do I need to remember those? Well, we'll see. Your objectives are listed here. Some objectives have multiple paths. When all objectives have been completed, the dungeon ends. I see. Let's hold down for heavy attack. Nice. Fuse. Okay. What do we get? Lesser magical arrow. Long range magic arrow that pierces multiple enemies, does 15 to 20 arcane damage. Single use. Alright, let's put that on another one. Hold down the key with the assigned ability, aim with mouse and let go to fire. But do we want to? I would like to only do that if necessary. Fire ranged abilities over low obstacles. I think we need this one. Okay, we can aim now. And let go to fire. Pull the lever. And let's go. Oh, we can simply use it again. Interesting. There was something. Yeah, so the lighting is nice, but sometimes it jitters a bit, like in this area. And a lot of things are not where they're supposed to be, I think. Be it and as top or below the character and stuff like that. Okay, we can go west. That's the only direction we can go. But 1 second. Oh, no. Wasn't there something here? We found scrap. Great. Probably. Open the box. Ah, there's a box. Found inscribed tablet. Can we check that out? I don't think so. What's going on here? We don't need that right now. Let me go. Let me go. F. No, I don't want to use that. Okay, we have to select it again. Simple as that. Is that good stuff? Yes. We should collect the shimmer. Let's see. But I like the graphical style here as well. I think what captivated me was the cutscenes. I hope we find more of those. But this pixel art style is also pretty nice. But look at that. That's a problem here with the lighting. Something is not working perfectly. Armor protects both you and enemies and objects from damage and comes in 2 generic types. Physical armor protects against physical damage. Magical armor protects against all types of magical damage. Both of these armor types can be reduced by tear damage. You can also be vulnerable or resistant to specific types of damage, such as bleed, fire, acid or poison. That's interesting, acid or poison. For example, the Lesser Stone Skin rule, while in an action slot, grants a passive immunity to bleed damage. Lesser Stone Skin rune, immune to bleed damage. Rune of Health, immunity to poison. I see. Why did I get that? Tutorial? We don't know yet. But we'll find out. Physical armor, yellow. Health, red. Magical armor is purple. Okay. Hold down. Heavier attacks do tear damage. I see. Okay. So, do we have to kill that one? That's quite boring. Why does it have so much health? I think the light attacks are easier and faster. Well, okay, the game stopped, so we can read. Written into the surface of the rock is an archaic text, weathered and cracked. You can only barely understand it. Read this stone, pilgrim, and be welcome to the home of, God of. May your stay be restful, joyful, and give you peace. The obelisk pulses with power. You feel rejuvenated. Your discard deck has been shuffled back into your hand. Is that something we want? I do not know. But it's something we have now. This, yeah, that's what I actually somehow expected. Okay. These boxes, yes, we can kill those. Got it. Can we go up there? Nope. Cannot. Draw a card. Is that... Makes you completely immune to damage while dodging. That's pretty cool. Right click. Oh. Nice. What? Aegis runes will draw all monsters in the area. Beware. Well, let's try. Oh no! I pressed E, not F. That was stupid. Now all the monsters come towards me, right? And I just have to sit here and wait. Ugh. Where did you come from? Some corpse? Dungeon completed. I see. Read the note. These notes mark the passing of trade caravans into and out of Woikos, as well as goods carried. You note very few caravans have been making their way to Woikos recently. Jig's caravan incoming, carrying sundry trade goods. Jig's caravan outgoing, carrying lumber and passenger. Ajati, blacksmith. The note is only signed with a scrawled letter N. I see. And now that we completed all of this, we can exit the dungeon anywhere we want. I think. Let's do it. Okay, so we completed the dungeon. That's pretty bloody. We found one inscript tablet and 75 shimmer. This is pretty good. I'll just quickly open my Twitch stream because otherwise I won't know if the stream works correctly. We found a strong string. Oh, great. You return to the road, wiping your sword clean of the gore of the monsters left dead in your wake. Something lured those monsters here, an easier target than the guard post. It does not take you long to track down a caravan. It's been attacked. Fight. Let's go. I am ready. Is this good? Activate Aegis Rune. That's the stuff with the drawing, right? Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. That's alright. I have basically infinite health. Oh, we can draw an ability card again? Let's do that. Use both. Oh, no. No, now we can't. Now we can't, I see. So there is a way. Wow. Very nice. Afraid? Written into the surface of the rock is an archaic text, weathered and cracked. You can only... Yeah, we know that. This stone is made to record the transgressions of the banished off against the rightful Lord of God of. Let it hereforward be known that no follower of are permitted within the walls of. At the pain of death, the obelisk pulses. Okay. And we have shuffled again. Oh, and this is still going on? Well, you stay here. Oh, you stay here as well? Why not? So now we moved around. Don't know if that was the right choice. But I guess I'm moving backwards as well. Let's take a look over there. There's nothing. I'm currently playing Drova, if you might know, and there is by right-clicking, you can look under the trees. That's pretty neat. But this is not the case here. It's the first time I saw it ever in a game. But right now I'm just remembering it. That it's pretty nice. Hey man, how you do? Okay, not a talk active guy, huh? Healing, that would be nice. Oh, but the throwing knife is quite cool as well. I should really use it sometimes. Ah, okay. Some bushes you can kill or destroy. We can't go there. Why not? Loot the treasures in the ruin. Okay, maybe we have to do that first. Can we read? Does not look that way. And why are we flying red? Maybe this rune is active. whatever it does. Oh man, these things are far too robust. Why? Why would they? Doesn't make sense that we spend so much time destroying that thing. I don't want to destroy that one. Ugh. Slow. What? Okay. Not sure if we did it right. Okay, so far the enemies are pretty easy. What's going on here? Oh, that's the Aegis rune is still drawing all the enemies here. But there are no more enemies. That's quite good. Oh yes, heal me. Great. I don't know, great god. Something. Yeah, I don't want to destroy that one again. I'm just too lazy. Oh yeah, bit of health is good. Haha! I found a secret. You find what looks like a forgotten page from a journal left by the fire. Damn it. The gate to the old ruin on the other side of the river suddenly closes on me. I was lucky I wasn't inside or I'd be in real trouble. The crystal just came alive and suddenly the gate closed. Maybe if I break it somehow I could open it again, but I can't reach it. Ugh. I hear a strange sound earlier in the southern glade, like earth collapsing. Maybe it has something to do with it? The rest of the note is smeared with blood. Oh no, I guess he died. Or she, the person. Oh, that's alright. A few hits are quite alright. But the other one was too much. Lesser magic arrow, let's use that one. Selecting, yeah. Sure. The magic arrow is good, I think. There's nothing going on behind that tree. It's a pity that we can't pick up swords or stuff like that. Oh, you're not dead. Oh no, I wasted my magic arrow once again. Yeah, dungeon completed. This is dying as well. So, loot the dungeon. No, loot the treasure in the dungeon. We did not do that yet, did we? This was some kind of dungeon, but there is nothing else going on here. So we hold escape. Dungeon completed. Wow. We have not yet met this abomination. You wipe your blade clean from blood, or try to at least. The acidic blood of one of the monsters have seeped into the metal. God damn it, this is going to take forever to clean. I can help with that. The badger steps out of her hiding spot, holding a heavy-looking blacksmith's armor in hand. I hadn't expected a Willow Guard would swoop in and save me. You're pretty scarce out here. Thank you. This is the first voice you have heard in weeks of traveling other than your own. You feel a familiar knot form in your chest, knowing you will need to interact with another living being once again. Ghweros approaches the world through 4 different inclinations called greed, empathy, instinct, and neuroticism. Sometimes you will be asked to make a choice that will increase one of these inclinations. Greed means follow the tenets of the Willow Guard. Empathy means understanding your fellow animals. Instinct means listening to your instincts. Neuroticism is a tendency to hyperfixate on details. So this is creed. It was my duty as a Willow Guard. Be the shield of the innocent against the shadow of the moon. You quote the creed reflexively. It is almost always an easy way out of a conversation. She nods. I'm glad you came when you did. They were looking for me, I think. You saved my life. My name is Ajati. I am a blacksmith from Woikos. I am Ghweros. I am headed towards Woikos. And I was headed away from Woikos until these monsters jumped us. You know of the monster attacks? I do. I was sent by the Willow Grove in Regnum Polis to investigate. And to put an end to them? Yes. Good. Then I'll need a moment to gather some of my things from the wreckage. Where will you go? With you here, I no longer need to flee. I will accompany you back to Woikos. I see. She's clearly leaving you no choice in the matter. You keep watch over her as she gathers various things from the wreckage, including her anvil. Okay, she's just carrying that with her. The Aegis runes seem to be holding. As long as they are active, monsters will actively avoid their zone of influence, or if they are already in it, they will rush out and straight into your plate. Hey, Willow Guard, catch! She tosses you something that she clearly found among the wreckage, a small pouch bound together with a string. Catch it. You catch the pouch. When you open it, you find various reagents needed to craft an oil of some kind, something to tide you over until I can get to work for real. I will need to put this together. Yes, but I think you will recognize the recipe. I'm sure you have the shimmer. Anyway, it's too late to make it to Woikos tonight. We will have to make camp. Yes, unless you plan on sending me alone into Louksna and Brace to be devoured by her children. I'll look for a spot. You find a safe place to set up your camp. The blacksmith heads out to gather firewood while you place down additional Aegis runes and try to mask your scent as best as you can. Soon, with the help of Ajati, you have a bright fire burning, just in time too as the sun sets below the treetops. It is uncommonly cold for the time of the year, and you both huddle close to the fire. That is a good fire. It will keep Louksna's minions at bay. She sits down opposite you, warming her paws against the flames. Judging by the way her shoulders slump, the events of the day seem to be catching up to her, finally. Ask her about Woikos, interrogate her about their attack. No, ask her. Although it is hard, you know you will have to actually interact with animals once you are in Woikos, so you force yourself to speak. Have many fled Woikos already? The firelight reflects in her dark eyes, her expression unreadable, at least to you. Yes, but many remain. The new headman is full of plans for our defense. But she shakes her head, and in doing so seems to shake off some of her maudlin mood. You'll see when you get there tomorrow. I'm sorry, Willow Guard. I am too tired to talk. I will take first watch. Thank you. She makes a bed out of her cloak and lies down close to the fire. The moment her eyes close, she is asleep. You look at her for a while, surprised she is so quick to trust. Willow Guards may be heroes in all the songs, but the reality is often much rougher. As always, the thought of your fellow Willow Guard make your thoughts darken. I should meditate and perhaps put this oil together. Meditate lets you improve your existing cards or craft new cards using card bases that you have found. Upgrading or crafting cards cost materials and shimmer, so invest wisely. You relax and prepare yourself for the ritual of the Willow Guard. meditate. Let's do it. Oil of sharpness, craft. Come on. Click long. Guard upgrade successful. The oil of sharpness coats your sword in an oil that does 2 to 3 tier damage per hit. Does 15 to 30 tier damage on the 3rd combo attack and on heavy attack. Wow, that's a lot. And oh, we can upgrade some cards, can we? I like the poisoned throwing knife. I didn't even know they were poisoned. We need some stuff. But we don't have a lot of stuff. So we are done here. You finish meditating. Any new cards you have crafted need to be added to your deck by going into the journal feather in the upper right corner and then navigating to the deck tab, where you can set up your deck to your liking. Let's do it. Deck. Now these are the hands. Okay, we still have lots of cards to spare. You finish meditating, you relax and prepare yourself for the ritual of the Willow Guard. Wait a second, we just did that. The long hours of the night stretch before you. Check the wards one last time. I don't know what that means. You get up from your comfortable warm spot and walk out into the dark night to check once again if the wards you place are holding. Good. Yes, everything is in order. The night is dark but calm. White birds sing in the distance, but doing this makes you calm, makes you feel like you are in control of something at least. You return to the fire, where you find the blacksmith has woken up. She looks at you as you return to circle of light. Her eyes widen. Was there... No, I was just checking. The wards will tell us if anyone tries to sneak up on us. I see. Good. Thank you for keeping us safe. You don't know what to say, and she does not seem to expect a reply. She lies back down and closes her eyes, and within moments she is fast asleep again. You sense the passing of the hours like you always do in your very blood. Although the night should be full of terrors, it never was for you. To you, the first rays of the sun always carry more terror than the dark of the night. Although you have learned never to let anyone know you feel that way. Blacksmith, it's your watch. I'm awake. Anything to report? No, all quiet. Rest. You lie down by the fire and wrap your cloak around you like you have 100 times before. Except this time, someone else is watching the darkness. Maybe for that reason, when you fall asleep, your slumber is much, much deeper than usual. Oh, nice. We did something good here. The moon is bright, the ground moist and rich under your paws. You sniff and scratch at the mulch, looking for earthworms. In your dreams, you are always a wild, voiceless thing, an animal without an Atman, without a soul, free to do what your instincts tell you. Something moves, you freeze, and look up. There is something by the rock, a shape? The wind changes, but you smell nothing on it. Oh, my little one, how beautiful you could have been. You startle, but you feel oddly safe, curious. You move closer to the moving thing that is making the noise. A creature of some kind sitting underneath the arch. You were never given the choice. That was our failure. It is too late to mend our mistakes. Can you forgive us? She reaches out for you, but you do not feel threatened. She is the strangest creature you have ever seen. Her skin smells of aspen and magic. Come to me, find me here, in this glade, before it is too late. She touches your fur, and you awake. Wake up. Willow Guard, Ghweros, are you well? You sense it is morning, although the first rays of the sun are still hidden behind the trees to the east. The campfire is dying down. Just dream. There is no such thing as just the dream, Ghweros. Dreams are how the gods speak to us. A new clue has been added, the moon shadow. Louksna, the goddess of the moon, the mother of monsters, the betrayer, is in your dreams. What does this mean? The vision clings to your mind and refuses to let go. The smells, the sounds, the feel of her touch. You are sure that moonlit glade was a real place, and somewhere here, in Woikos. I understand you do not wish to share your dreams with a stranger, but I may be able to help. She gets up and hands you your sword. You hadn't even realized she'd taken it. That was how deeply you slept. She has cleaned it and sharpened it. You will need to strengthen that sword with more than a turn over the wheatstone. The same goes for the rest of your gear. She glances at your outfit. Standard Willow Guard attire, a little threadbare perhaps, but perfectly functional. Like most Willow Guard equipment, it is made out of tough monster hides. I am afraid Willow Guard's weapons and armor are outside the purvey of regular blacksmiths. Her face lights up in an impish grin. Good that I am not a regular blacksmith then, friend. Come see me in Woikos when you get there. You do not wish to travel together? No, Ghweros, I know when I have outstayed my welcome. Besides, we are really not that far from the roadhouse. I see. As she heads off, you can hear others moving on the road as well, eager to catch the first light. Rest is too early. Meditate? No, we don't need that. Train at camp? Nope. Leave. Oh, that's the map. Day 1 morning to-do list. Find the source of the monster attacks in Woikos. Learn more about your dream and go to the roadhouse. There it is. The roadhouse is a sturdy, impressive building, clearly built to withstand both hostile weather and creatures. It is well placed by the crossroads, welcoming all who might travel these distant roads. Weary travelers must welcome the sight of it. A trap with only one exit and too many guests. No, they welcome the sight of it. The windows probably shine like beacons at night. You can see the road move on from here towards the village proper in the distance. You could go there directly or stop here. Roadhouse keepers tend to know and hear everything. Investigations, beside fighting, are the second most important part of a Willow Guard's job. When you investigate something, you unlock new locations, new objectives, new characters, and more story. Observing your surroundings and spending focus is one more Ghweros. Well, with one way for Ghweros to find new clues or topics of conversation. Focus is a limited resource that is refilled after combat and after rest, so plan your investigations and your fights accordingly. Spending focus will also level up the associated inclination, and having levels in an inclination will make the focus cost those options cheaper, allowing you to specialize. The roadhouse looks as sturdy as ever. Let's observe the roadhouse. It might be worth a look. Okay, Willow Guard and roadhouses. Something odd. Cared for with love. What's this? Everything is so well cared for. The paint is fresh, the flowers watered, the road laid with cobblestone and cleaned. The owner must be quite proud of it. You return to your study of the roadhouse. So we don't have any more focus now. Just this once. Am I being watched? Your fur stands up as you see it. Arrow slits near the roof and movement behind it. You catch the glint of an arrow tip. Someone is pointing a crossbow at you right now. It seems they are expecting trouble. You return to your study of the roadhouse. Now we don't have any more. The roadhouse looks as sturdy as ever. Go inside. Might as well. The interior of the roadhouse is as cozy as the outside suggested. This early in the day, there aren't a lot of patrons around though. Behind the counter, an elderly wolf is busying himself with the morning stew. Ah, guest. Come in, traveler. Take a seat, please. Make yourself comfortable. The roadhouse keeper goes back to the stew. The smell makes your mouth water and your stomach rumble. Okay, so the developer of the game just joined my stream, which is quite an honor. And thank you. He says, your voice is very ASMR. I have to say, thank you very much. I think that's a compliment. I'll take it as one. Yeah, we speak to the keeper, right? Welcome to my roadhouse. I'm Bhorsos, the owner of this establishment. The wolf is old, grey around the muzzle, but even if his movements are stiff, his eyes are live and quick. What can I do for you, stranger? Introduce yourself. I have some questions. I'd like to buy something. Show him an item. What? Let's show him an item. Whatever that means. Bhorsos looks at you curiously as you dig around in your satchel. Kaido, a short ceremonial knife? A round wooden amulet? What is this? The main currency? No, we shouldn't show him our money. Let's show him the obsidian necklace. To trade? Sorry, we only take shimmer from out-of-towners. Easier that way. You put your necklace away. Anything else? Introduce yourself as a Willow Guard. I am a Willow Guard. They call me Ghweros. The roadhouse keeper immediately looks suspicious. Really? Forgive me for being cautious, but can you prove that? Far too many conners and blackguards on the roads these days. Who'd say anything for a free meal? Can we do that? God, see them, but the only hint you have of your origin. Kaido, a short ceremonial life used by Willow Guards to identify themselves. Yes, let's use that. You show him your Willow Guard, Kaido, the mark of your guild. The roadhouse keeper acknowledges it with no apparent enthusiasm. So the headman's message finally arrived, did it? I'm glad. Yes, the Willow Grove heard of your monster problem and assigned me to it. Must be strange to be so far from Regnum Polis and all the fancy lords and ladies. The wolf chuckles. Still, I am glad that the Willow Grove saw fit to grace us with its attention, even though I am sure we could have handled it. He does not finish his sentence. His eyes twinkle with amusement at his own apparent wit. Then he sighs. So, what can I do for you, Willow Guard? I have some questions. I'd like to ask you some questions. Questions? Well, I do like to say I keep my ears to the ground around Woikos. Then let's ask about Woikos. What can you tell me about Woikos? Woikos. It is home above all. Famous for its produce, its blooming fields, dry our stew, it's truly divine. Up the road you'll find the village itself, more of a town I see it, even though the census takers from Regnum Polis seem to consider it a village. Thank you. Now anything else I can help you with? Ask about the monster attack, comment on the guard you saw in the rafters. Yes, I saw your crossbows in the rafters. It is wise to protect yourself in times like these. The roadhouse keeper snorts, looking surprised. Most do not notice, although I suppose I should not be surprised a Willow Guard did. He grows more serious, leaning closer on the counter and lowering his voice. You're right though, I didn't use to need them, but ever since these attacks started getting more frequent. When was this? About 6 months ago was the first big attack, then another 3 months ago. A new clue has been added. Frequency of monster attacks. You have learned The monsters seem to come in waves about every 3 moons. The next wave is due soon. Ask about the roadhouse. This is a fine building you have here. It seems large for a place as small as Woikos. Bhorsos looks pleased. I built it myself. Well, with the help of my sons. Maybe you've stayed at one of their establishments out in the world? I tend to stay in my camp. Well, if you ever do, you will find them as fine as this one. We are a whole institution. Not quietly. The roadhouse keeper seems to really like talking about this place of business. He smiles at you. Anything else? Ask about the monster attacks. Do you know anything more about the regular monster attacks around here? Nothing more than you probably already know, Willow Guard. Then nothing else. That is all. Well, I'll be here if you need anything. Observe the patrons. Ah, there are patrons. Almost everyone you see looks like they are locals, farmers, and loggers mainly. But now we don't have any focus. Someone looking out of place. Sitting in the table in the back is someone who looks out of place. I think there's something going wrong, right? There should be a person. Oh no, here we are. Surrounded by scrolls, a scholar of some kind. Conclude your observation. You conclude your observation. Okay, we got it all. The wolf watches you as you leave, giving you a polite smile. As you exit the roadhouse, you sense someone is following you. Moments after stepping out, you hear a voice calling after you. Excuse me, sir. Did you say you were a Willow Guard? It is the scholar you saw among the patrons inside, even now still clutching a feathered pen. I am. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Shing Raye. I am an initiate with the Order of Ghweros. You fight monsters, right? I could really use your help. You see, my research has been interrupted by a monster attack. I left all of my notes behind too, and I don't dare go back to try to find them. Can you help me? She wrings her hands and looks up at you with her large, shining eyes. We protect the willows. We are not monster hunters. No, I might be able to if I have time. Sure. You just increased one of your inclinations. This means you can now unlock an action surge, a special action you can take when your stamina is full in a dungeon instead of using a card. Go to your journal feather icon and navigate to the action surge tab to unlock your action surge and learn more. You can have several action surges unlocked, but only one active at a time. Let's do it. What do we have? Nothing. No, oh, we can unlock it. Tenacity. Returns 1 to 3 cards from discarded deck to the hand decks. Nope. Heals for 2 to 3 and increases maximum health. That's good. Block 35% of all damage. Increases movement speed by 15. Nice. Slows time by 15 without affecting Ghweros. I like that. That is a funny thing. Ah. Okay, we can only take this one, but this is good. Heals for 2 to 3 seconds. Confirm. Oh, clicking long. Oh, of course. And now we have it active. Great, let's go. I might be able to help you, but only if I have the time. Where are the monsters? All over the fields. I was studying the shrines there when they attacked. I ran and left all of my notes. No one seems to care, but if those monsters are left to their own, they might destroy the whole harvest too. I understand. The fields are just outside of Woikos. If you follow that road, you can't miss them. You will know when you see the first shrines. Shrines? Yes, the locals use some kind of magic to keep the fields fertile. That's what I was studying. I will see what I can do. The young scholar nods nervously. I would be so grateful. I will wait here for your return. New location unlocked. Sunspring Fields. Who's Raye? That's the lady we just talked to? Yeah. Let's leave and we can go... Shouldn't we be able to get to this new place? Oh, there they are. Sunspring Fields. Let's go. Let's see what comes up. See, I love that art. That's so nice. A shrine sits at a kind of crossroads where paths lead into the fields in various directions. The shrine, a stone altar of some kind, is full of ritual objects. This must be where that scholar left her notes. I smell monsters. Go look for monsters, come on. You draw your sword and head out into the fields. You can already smell them. This is the last fight I can do for today. Then I have to stop. So, let's make it count. Wow. Oh. Okay, they are jumping out of nowhere. And we can draw a card. Makes you completely immune to the throwing knife. That's just fun. Am I dying? Why am I dying? Okay. We don't have any health. Possibility. Okay. Second wind healing salve, yeah. Let's use that one. Wonderful. What do we want here anyway? Retrieve Raye's sketches from her camp and find all of Raye's notes. This will be difficult. But let's see. Every note, a scribbled note. The handwriting is very tiny and very precise. The monsters here seem to leave me alone as long as I stay close to the shrines. Another proof that they are potent, but they are definitely getting braver. There is a surprisingly competent sketch of a monster lurking in the tall grass. I see. Bleeding damage, that's why I was getting damage before. I didn't see any indicator that I am bleeding. But I guess I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we can select another card here. And the shadow step is quite cool. Let's press this button. Haha. Okay. Now I am getting better at fighting those things. Another ability card. Wow, wow, wow. Oil of Sharpness. Yes, that's what I would like. I get that basically for free. That's pretty cool. Don't have to do anything for it. Now I have bleeding damage. Now I see it. Yeah, that's really bad. There's something. We can't hit through that one. There's a rune in my deck that makes me immune to bleeding. That's great. But I don't have it right at hand. I think I made a wrong turn somewhere. Can I heal myself? No, that was a one-time thing, but here we can heal. I think we have to go through here. Okay. There are the notes. Oop. I was trying that before, and I think if I read the note, these guys die. Well, let's see. A scribbled note. The handwriting is very tiny and very precise. Master Timok always told me to separate superstition from real magic, but I am having a really hard time to do that with these shrines. They shouldn't work, but they do. There is a detailed sketch of the offerings on top of the shrine. Oh no, they didn't die. I thought this happened to me before. Oh, there's a little misdrawing, I would say. It's interesting, there's no way of knowing how big a level is. It's just, this is all the map we get. But that's perfectly fine, of course. We don't need any health right now. Not yet, anyways. Ha! Gotcha! Okay. Lesser stone skin. Yeah, grants immunity to bleeding damage. Let's try that. And that is a permanent thing. I had that before and I didn't know what was that, but now I do. Great. Whoop. Ah, the same here. The same little bug. Read the note, a scribbled note. The handwriting is very tiny and very precise. I wonder who that could be. Theory. The villagers are hiding who they worship because they fear more worshippers will dilute the gods or goddesses' power. That I know is superstition. Several sketches of various religious symbols, none of which seem familiar to you. Okay, we found all the notes. That is amazing. And now we need some sketches, I think. Or do we just need to retrieve them, which means basically just bring them back to her? We'll find out. But I think if we cleared all the monsters, then we can escape the dungeon. Well, let's throw some knives here. Just because we have so many. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. I like those throwing knives for that thing. Oh, these things also telegraph their actions and where they shoot. That's pretty nice. Good to know. So the effects are above the trees. That may be a bit weird. The tent as well here. But I as a child, I did a little bit of programming on the RPG Maker, and I had the same problems here from time to time. I think that's pretty tricky on some areas, especially if you don't have a grid. In the RPG Maker, you always have some kind of a grid. A set of fine sketches covering at least a dozen altars and their content. The sketches, although rough, are also replete with detail and scribbled notes. They are bundled with even more notes. I have begun to notice a pattern in the symbols used on these altars. Especially the prevalence of the sun is a pretty clear indicator of which absent god these shrines were dedicated to. You found sketches of shrines. You collected the sketches. These are presumably important. I would say so as well. Now let's get some things going. Okay. Yeah, I think we're done here, and now we have to move all the way back. That is a pity. Oh, okay. The way isn't too long. Did we come from here? Yes, we did. So let's go down. Through this sweet... Ooh, treasure? Yes, open the chest. You found something valuable. Okay. It's not going to tell us what, but it's valuable. I'm not afraid of you anymore. I can't bleed, you see. Now, we cleared all the monsters and we can return to the start. But let's see what's up there. Oh, down here. Obelisk. Don't think it's useful anymore. It will reshuffle our cards, right? Yeah, may the stone stand forever as a monument to the sun's fertile rays granted to us by the grace of our Lord, upon this place, the sacred gardens of the... May all pilgrims freely partake of the fruits of the gods and be blessed. The obelisk pulses with power. You feel rejuvenated. Yeah. We've done that a couple of times now. Okay, I think we found almost everything here. I will return to this hedgehog, and then I really have to stop for today. This one, we didn't even kill it or destroy it. It's a bit weird. Ah, amazing. Exit dungeon. Great, we found a lot of stuff, a lot of shimmer. You chase away the last monsters. Hopefully they won't be stupid enough to come back. You consider what you found: a set of notes, sketches, parchments, a journal, as well as writing and drawing equipment, not something a common villager would have access to. These must be Shing Raye's sketches. She will want them back. We can observe the shrine a little bit. You return to your study of the shrine. Oh, we have focus. The chaos is hiding something. Some of this seems familiar. The chaos. There is something underneath all of this bric-a-brac. A pattern. You move aside some of the bigger bowls and plates and find underneath the offerings from the villagers a pattern carved into the stone. It is mathematical in its precision. You wonder if this is a pattern. You return to your study of the shrine, but we don't have any focus anymore. A fascinating monument to community. The whole village must have come together to add offerings to the shrine. Some of these things are valuable, yet no one has stolen them. Worship of the absent god continues, of course, throughout Tersa. But this feels more personal, a whole village united in worship and community. You wonder what god the shrine is dedicated to. Perhaps some kind of god of farming? I should ask Raye. Alright, never mind, you conclude your observations and we leave and go back to the roadhouse once more. It was lying in the fields. I'm not sure. The valuable thing was lying in the fields, maybe? It didn't follow the chat. Sorry. The roadhouse looks as sturdy as ever. That's great. The crystal, yes, okay. So I missed the crystal. Damn it. You find the young scholar sitting on the bench outside, making notes on a scroll. She looks up, hopefully, when you approach. Show item. You dig into your pack. She looks suddenly excited. And we'll bring her the sketches. Oh, my sketches. You found them. Gods be praised. Thank you. You lost sketches of shrines. Well, we didn't lose it, really. She immediately starts going through everything you found, her eyes tearing up with gratitude. It's all here. Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I only wish I could show these to my mentor, Master Timok. He would have been so proud of me. Your mentor? Yes, Timok. He has been studying the ruins around Woikos for the past year, but then he stopped writing. I think something might have happened to him. The monsters? I do not know. His last letters were sent off over half a year ago, and he never mentioned any monsters, but he did start to sound strange. Strange how? I don't know, he didn't sound like himself anymore. He was talking about the return and other craziness. When I got here, they said he'd run off into the woods, that he lived there alone like a crazy hermit. A new clue has been added, the crazy hermit. You have learned of a crazy hermit living in the woods by himself, a schooler by the name of Timok. I am so worried for him, but it's not like I can go look for him, not with all the monsters out here. Have you asked anyone else for help? I did. I asked the village headman for help. He said he sent someone to look for him, but I haven't heard anything since. Maybe you could go ask him if he has any news. Okay. I have to stop for today, I'm sorry. This is a very fun game. A lot of talking, I didn't expect that, but then again, I did not expect anything. I just saw the video and it got me wondering. So far, it is really nice, and yeah, the fighting part of it is quite simplistic at times, which isn't a bad thing, but I think in the full game I hope for some more depth. Of course, I mean, I played 3 levels of this fighting, so I think we can expect more. Maybe the developer can help me out. When will it release? I think in April, some day in April, mid-April or something, the full game will release. April 10th, yes. So be sure to check that out. And thank you very much for watching. Wolfrog, the developer, thank you for watching and commenting so much. That's always fun. And yeah, I hope you had a nice time. Have a great day and see you next time. Goodbye.